3 of my fingers off of my left hand. Didn't cut them off, like twisted them off. People always ask me, like, what'd you say? I was like, I said every obscenity known to man. Okay, I was making cuss words up, just combining them together. Mother cunters and all that. I was speaking foreign languages, which freaked all the Mexicans out because they were like, oh shit, he knows what you're talking about. It was crazy. I hit an artery too, so I'm just shooting blood. And like every guy I run up to, I'm like, can you help me? Help me. And they just look at it and they're like, I turn to another guy, I'm like, dude, you gotta help. Like, dude, they're just dropping like flies around me. I'm like, guys, all this safety training we did, it means nothing if you're not conscious. My foreman comes out and he's like, what the hell's going on out here? I'm like, this! And I just shoot the stream of blood towards him and he like did a matrix. Like, I was like, don't pass out, you're the last one here! Call 911, man. And this was back in like 2000, 2001, when cell phones were kind of in their infancy still. And watching this dude try to make a 911 call was like watching a bad Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? It sounded like this microphone at the very beginning of the show. It was like that. The people were like, I don't know what the hell you need right now. So basically they figured out, they were like, hey, this dude's not going to make it. He's going to bleed to death. We'll send a helicopter. I always wanted to ride in a helicopter, guys. Not like this. This looked like something out of the Expendables. You know, they always have to have like a helicopter scene in there for some reason. Like, I was so messed up on morphine, too much morphine, man. Like rockers from the 60s would have been like, dude, that's just too much. You can't. Keith Richards would have been like, you can't do that much, man. Relax. Crazy. It took 5 surgeons, took them almost 20 hours, and this is what I got. It's cute, right? It's interesting having a hand like this. Like when, the worst part is anytime I wave at anyone, they think I'm threatening them. The worst part was that I had to, you know, for like 3 years I was in physical therapy and had to do all these surgeries and all that. And they always tell you, like, whenever you hurt something, like, elevate it above your heart, you know. So I was like, okay, so I always had to walk around like this. Do you know how hard it is to meet women walking around like this? Luckily I'm from the Inland Empire and this is a wedding proposal. So. Valentine's Day. Let's not have any domestic abuse, okay? Let's just let those tattoos buzz with excitement tonight. So I heard something on the radio the other day that made me really sad. I heard a Sublime song on an oldies station. I had to pull the car over. I was like, what the hell is this? I was in high school when this came out. I am not that old. I was just amazed. I wanted to see like every little old lady's face when they heard the lyrics, and then she pulled out my mushroom tip. And when it came out, it went drip, drip, drip. I didn't know she had the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. Alright. We'll talk later. Little old ladies don't need to be hearing that shit, that's for sure. Another reason it bothered me is that this stuff came out on CD. I feel like if something came out on CD, there's no way it can fall into the category of an oldie, right? They've only been around like 30-something years. I miss CDs. Does anybody else actually support CDs anymore? Oh, man. I love how, like nowadays you can't mess with your iPod in your car, you can't shuffle through anything handheld, but it was perfectly legit to jam down the freeway, digging through this huge CD case in your lap. This is perfectly okay, this not too much. People always want to borrow CDs too. I hated that. You knew you were never gonna see that CD again. Like, dude, you don't even have a CD burner. Piece of shit. Go ahead, take it. See you later, Chumbawamba. You guys ever get stuck talking to someone that tells such long stories that they get lost halfway through that sentence? You know what I'm talking. Everybody's got someone that popped into their mind right now. And you're like, yeah, saw them at work today. It's crazy. These people always have to salt and pepper their stories with so much detail. They got to tell you where it happened, when it happened, the first and the last name of the people involved in it. It's like, dude, the guy's name is Dallas. I don't need a last name. You know? These people, you know, these are professional talkers. They know what they're doing. You know, whenever that break comes when you know you're going to interject some bullshit reason to walk away from them, they always like, they box you out with an inflection. And, you know, right when it's coming out to the end, all of a sudden they go, and... When someone talks to me, if I haven't said anything in 2 minutes, I've officially zoned the fuck out. Like, I am not listening to anything you have to say anymore. You know? So I've come up with a remedy for this. And I think that if the whole world adopted this, this would be a much better place. It's very simple. I call it, tell me the ending first. Think about it. Okay, if everybody had to tell you the ending of the story, and then you got to decide whether you wanted to hear that bullshit. Imagine it. I could just imagine it. Like, imagine this. Like, one guy goes, oh yeah, the house burnt down and the baby lost an arm. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Go back. I'm interested. But on the flip side, if the story ended with, and now I don't eat gluten, save it. I would rather beat off with a handful of sand than listen to that stupid story. Not rude, it's just the truth. We just had the Super Bowl and sports are kind of going in full swing right now. We got March Madness coming up, right, ladies? A month of basketball. No. Okay. I love the commercials that pop up because you can change it to any channel and there's a game on. And I saw this one that was for people with gambling problems. And it said, problem gambling, call this number. I was like, this is a very weak ad campaign. You're not really reaching for these people. So I think you should try something different. I think they should have gone with, problem gambling? Bet you won't call this number. Guys, I want to thank you for being such a wonderful...